So in the last 5 months, I've transformed my body for my golf game, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it in just 5 months. So many of you eagle-eyed subscribers and viewers would have noticed that I've not posted a video hardly at all in the last 2 to 3 months, but I have been busy improving my golf. I've just not been going to the golf course. So I have, in the last 5 months, completely transformed my body. So later on this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that and how I did it in just 5 months' time. But firstly, to explain why. Basically, when we got to the end of the 2024 season, I kind of looked at the winter that was coming up and thought, well, what is the best way to spend that time that is going to really help me in 2025. Now, unfortunately, in the UK now, we just get very mild and very wet winters. So every time you go to the golf course is incredibly wet. The ball is plugging all the time. You're having to play off a mat. There's no conditions that are anything like what the golf course is going to be when the season comes around. So I looked at that and I just thought, nothing I can do out on the golf course is really going to help me prepare or improve for the season in 2025. So I took the decision for the first time ever that I wasn't going to touch a golf club for the whole of the winter. And for the last 3 months, I haven't even looked at a golf club and I've not gone anywhere near the golf course. And I don't plan to do so till probably the end of February, when we'll then start to get ready for the season. So I decided to spend that time going to the gym and getting myself as fit and as strong as I possibly can for next year. I turn 54 in February, and I've always got my eye now on turning 55 in literally 14 months' time, when I'll be able to go and play in the big senior national amateur golf events. So my idea is that, I probably won't be the best golfer turning up at these big national events when I eventually turn 55, but I can be the strongest and I can be the fittest, and that could be something that could just give me that real marginal gain that could help me get some amazing results in those competitions. So how did I do it? Well, basically, I'm going to pull up 2 pictures here. The first picture is from August this year, when I was filming a video on putting. And as you can see there, I'm carrying a bit of weight around my waist. I've got no upper body strength whatsoever. My posture is a little bit slouched because I've got no core. Basically just not in very good shape whatsoever. Now, today I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, and I went to the gym this morning, and this picture was taken in this morning's gym session, which was the last session before the gym closed for Christmas. And as you can see, there's a complete transformation, a lot more upper body strength in my chest and my shoulders, my core. I'm standing completely differently. I've got a lot more core strength. I've built some strength up in my legs as well. Basically just a completely different body shape to what I had before. If I put these up now side to side on the screen, then you can see the obvious difference. So how did I do it? Well, basically, I knew that I had to commit 100% with this, and it wasn't just a commitment on going to the gym, it was a commitment on diet, and I also gave up alcohol as well. I'm not a big drinker, but I would have a drink. But I just thought, if I'm going to do this, there's got to be a 100% lifestyle change if I'm really going to achieve the results that I want. So first of all, let's just deal with the gym. So basically, I go 2 days in the gym. The first day I do 3 exercises on chest, biceps and triceps. And then in the next session, the next day, I do 3 on back, 3 on shoulders, and 3 on legs. I then have a rest day, and then we repeat it again. So then we're back in again doing chest, biceps, triceps, and then in again the next day, back, shoulders and legs, and then a rest day. So that was basically a rota, and I never missed one session. But also I knew that I had to change my diet. You know, I loved my sweet things. I loved biscuits. I'd always make myself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and I'd have 2 or 3 biscuits every time I had a cup of coffee. I'd have my desserts. You know, my diet wasn't great, so I knew I needed to do something about that. So I completely changed my diet to a low-calorie, high-protein diet. So basically, I would try and consume each day somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 calories. My workout would be included in that. So obviously, you burn some calories within your workout. But within that, there's a lot of chicken, there's a lot of eggs. I would have a protein shake, and I would also take some creatine tablets as well, which are a supplement that are completely safe to take and also really help you start to maximize those efforts in the gym. And that's the thing that I found actually that was really interesting, was by going to the gym and committing to the exercises and working so hard in the gym, your relationship with food changed completely. It went from being something that was pleasurable, like eating biscuits and cakes, to a supplement where you saw it as something that was going to maximize the effort you put in the gym. By eating as much protein as possible, you were going to get the maximum amount of muscle and extra strength from the effort you put in the gym. So your relationship with food changed completely. And lastly, I gave up alcohol as well. I'm not a big drinker by any stretch of the imagination, but I did like to have a drink. But again, I thought I need to commit to this 100%. There is actually now a lot of very nice no alcohol beers, so I still enjoy having a beer in the evening every now and again. It's just a non-alcohol Guinness instead of it being an alcoholic Guinness. And for me, you know, they're very similar. It's still very nice to enjoy that non-alcoholic Guinness. But again, I thought if I'm going to do this, I've got to commit to it completely. And by going to the gym and completely committing to that routine, by changing my diet and giving up alcohol, I have managed to achieve these results in just 5 months. So I hope that explains why there's not been much content on the channel in the past few months. Basically, I've just not been anywhere near a golf club or the golf course, and I don't tend to do that until probably the beginning of March, when I'll start to get ready for the season. My plan is to continue working as hard as possible in the gym and getting my strength and conditioning to its absolute peak before we get the golf clubs back out in the beginning of March. When I started this process, it was all about a sort of tunnel vision of how this could help my golf game. But actually what I hadn't realized was this was going to be a lifestyle change that has improved my overall health absolutely, massively, and much more than I ever could have realized. My back trouble has completely disappeared. I'm sleeping so much better. My self-esteem has gone up. My energy levels are through the roof compared to what they were before. I mean, it's just been a real revelation in the changes that it's made. And I'm sure a lot of that is borne out from eating a lot more healthily, probably giving up the alcohol as well, but also getting my body used to doing exercise and, you know, almost craving going and doing that exercise. Whereas before, my body just wanted to basically shut down if I wasn't anywhere near the golf course. I'd just be on the sofa watching the TV. So it really has been a massive surprise to me as to what a difference it's made to my overall life, rather than what it's actually going to hopefully help with my golf game in 2025. So like I said, I think I said this earlier in the video, I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to everyone. I really, really do appreciate all of the support to the channel, especially all the people who've signed up to be members for the golf psychology videos. I have been continuing to do the golf psychology videos for members during this time. So, you know, you won't see much of me through January and February, but the content will start coming again in March next year. So please stay tuned, because I've got some really interesting stuff coming. And also, we're going to hopefully see what a difference all this work in the gym is going to make to my golf game when I get the sticks back out again in March next year. Okay, Merry Christmas, have a great holidays, and I will see you sometime in the next video.